Welcome. So, in today's lecture, we'll be discussing about the subtopic in the principles of inheritance and variation, that is genetics topic. And the topic of today's discussion is sex determination. Okay. So, when you look at the number of chromosomes in human beings, so we human beings are having 46 chromosomes, right? Okay, and in these 46 chromosomes, so we can divide the chromosomes into two types. Okay, so some chromosomes are autosomes and few chromosomes are allosomes. Okay, if I write the chromosomal complement of the humans, so if I write it of male, we are having 44 chromosomes, that is autosomes, and we are having two X and Y chromosomes, and these chromosomes we call them as sex chromosomes. Okay, and you will get 46. Similarly, females are also having 44A. These chromosomes, that is 44 chromosomes in males and females, are similar. Okay, or same. And these chromosomes, what we call them as autosomes. Hence I have written it as A. This we call them as autosomes. And these are the chromosomes which are responsible or which determine the somatic characters in both males and females. And hence we can call them as somatic chromosomes. Okay, we can call them as somatic chromosomes, and these chromosomes will be same in both males and females. Okay, and the two chromosomes in females are, that is X chromosomes. Okay, and these two chromosomes in males and these two chromosomes in females, so we call them as sex chromosomes, or we can call them as allosomes. So these are the chromosomes, these are the only two chromosomes in males and females which determine the sex of an organism. So these 44 chromosomes can't determine the sex. They are responsible for only the somatic characters, and these are the two chromosomes which are responsible for the sex of an organism. So if we get these two chromosomes X and Y, then it is indicated in humans that he is the male. And if these two chromosomes come, that is X same chromosomes, if they come, then they determine the female. Okay, so that was about the two chromosomes, that is autosomes and allosomes. Henkins, in the year 1891, a scientist named Henkins, in the year 1891, so he was working with few insects, so he was studying the spermatogenesis process. So while working the spermatogenesis process, so he studied that, or he could see that, or he could trace that, so some chromosomes carry some nuclear structure. Okay, this nuclear structure he called it as X body. So ಏನಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು ಅದನ್ನ X body ಅಂತ ಕರೆದ್ರು. So this X body or this nuclear structure was not present in some 50% of the chromosomes. So only 50% of the chromosomes carried this X body. So some 50% of the chromosomes did not carry this X body. Okay, how? If I write 44A plus XY, so think it is a diploid structure. So if it undergoes meiosis to form gametes, what happens? We will get haploid. N means reductional division. So we will get in gametes 22A and 22A means. So if this is the chromosomal complement of the sperm, you can see that. So in sperms, 50% of the sperms will carry X and 50% of the sperm will carry Y. So this is what he observed, that only 50% of the sperm carried this one, and 50% did not carry this structure, and he called this structure as X body. Jenkins gave the name called as X body, and remember, he didn't give the name X chromosome, and he couldn't explain what is the significance of it, what is the use of this. So later, after investigation by many other scientists, they could identify that so this X body is nothing but a chromosome. Hence what they did, they gave the name as X chromosome. Hence this is how it got its name, X chromosome. And here we can see that the males produces two types of gametes, and hence males are called as heterogametes or heterogametic, because they produce two types of gametes, that 50% of the gametes carry X chromosome and 50% of the gametes carry Y chromosome. If I write the gametes for females, X and X. In females, they produce similar types of gametes, hence the name homo. Homo means similar gametes. But in males, they produce two different types of gametes carrying X and Y chromosome, hence they are called as heterogametic. Okay. Now let us see about the types of sex determination. Today we will be studying about three types of sex determination. So one is male heterogamy. So in male heterogamy, as the word says, here the males are heterogametic, means they produce heterogametes, two different types of gametes. Okay. In this also we will be studying about two types, that is XX, XY type, or what we call it as XY type. So the example what we will be studying here, it is humans. So the second one in male heterogamy is XX and XO type. Example what we will be studying, grasshopper. Okay. So these are the two types in male heterogamy. So the second type what we have is female heterogamy. So in female heterogamy, female produces two types of or two different types of gametes. One is so ZW, ZZ type. So the example what we will be studying here is bird. So one example, it is chicken or hen we will be studying in this. Second one is ZO or ZZ, ZO type. So the example what we have or studying in this, it will be butterfly. So these are the two types where you will get female heterogamy. Okay. And the third type is haploid diploid sex determination. So the example what we will be studying in haploid diploid sex determination, it will be honeybee. Okay. So different organisms exhibit different types of sex determination, and the three types we have for you, and in three types again they are subdivided into different types. Let us see what are these one by one. Okay. Let us first study about the male heterogamy, and the first example let us take about the human beings. Okay. So let us study about male heterogamy. As we know, simply male heterogamy ಅಂತ ಯಾಕೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗಿದ್ರು ಫಿಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಯಾವಾಗಿದ್ರು ಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಬರೆದಿರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಇದು ನೋಡಿದ ಕೂಡಲೇ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ XX and XY because we know that autosomes will be same. Okay, let us see that one. Genotype. So for females we have 44 autosomes and 2 sex chromosomes. So when female marries a man who is having 44 plus XY. Okay, this is the karyotype or chromosomal complement, what we call it as males and females. Okay, so they produce the gametes. So here what I will do, when it is homogamete I will write only one gamete. Okay, when it is heterogamete I will write the two gametes. Okay, so gametes, reductional cell division are formed, so one gamete is formed, so this is ova. Okay, so think that females produce only one ova per month, so I will write only one. So males produces millions, so in that 50% of the sperms will be having X chromosomes and 50% of the sperms will be having Y chromosomes. So this will be the sperms. So now what happens when there is a fusion of male and female gamete? Okay, so here there is one ovum and think that there are two sperms, one carrying X chromosome and another carrying Y chromosome. Now what is the possibility that X chromosome may fertilize the ovum or Y chromosome may fertilize the ovum? So possibility is 50%. Okay, either think that if X chromosome fertilize the ovum, then what will happen? So 22, what you will get? 44 plus X. If X chromosome fertilize the ovum, then what will be the sex of the child? So it will be female. Okay, so think that another possibility, if instead of sperm carrying X chromosome, if sperm carrying Y chromosome fertilize the ovum, then 44A plus XY. Now XY means definitely it will be, the progeny will be the male, or child will be the male. There is a fertilization occurred. Okay, the ovum. So ovum, as we know that it will be having X chromosome only. Now it depends upon which sperm fertilize the ovum, the sex of the child is based on that one. Means ಯಾವ sperm fertilize ಮಾಡ್ತದಲ್ಲ ovum, either if X fertilize then definitely it will be the female, if Y sperm fertilize the ovum then definitely it will be the male. Means here sex of the child depends upon which sperm fertilize the ovum. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಸೊ ಮಗುದು ಗಂಡು ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಅಂತ ನಿರ್ಧರಿಸೋದು ತಾಯಿ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರು? ಗಂಡು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಹೆಣ್ಣು ಹುಟ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಗಂಡು ಹುಟ್ಲಿ, ಸೊ ನಾವು ಯಾರನ್ನ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ? ವಿ ಬ್ಲೇಮ್ ದ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ದ mother. Actually who should be blamed? It is the male. So that was about the XX and XY type. And here what we came to know that, so the females produces similar types of gametes, hence they are homogametic, but the males produces two different types of gametes, hence they are heterogametic. Adakke humans come under male heterogamy. Okay, that was about the first type. Now let us see about the second type, that is XX and XO type, what we call. So one example I will be taking, that is grasshoppers. Okay, so here if you see, the females will be carrying two sex chromosomes and male will be carrying only one sex chromosome, that is X. Another sex chromosome will be not there. Simply instead of not writing anything, we will write it as O, or you think it as 0. Nothing is present there. Okay, only one sex chromosome will be there in the males. This is the chromosome number of grasshopper. ಹಂಗೆ ತಗೊಂಡಾಗ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ವಿ ನೋ ದಟ್ ಆಟೋಸೋಮ್ ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಪ್ಲಸ್ ಎರಡು ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ಇದೆ. ಅದರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೊ 24 chromosomes will be in females, one chromosome less, hence 23 chromosomes in males. Okay, so I will write the genotype for this one. So ಎರಡು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಬರೀಲೇಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಟೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ will be 22A plus 2 sex chromosomes in females. So crossed means mated with male. So 22 autosomes will be there definitely, but there will be one sex chromosome. So instead Y is absent, so we will just mention it as O. Okay, this is in males. Now if I write the gametes, so 11A plus X, another will be 11A plus X. Okay, ಎರಡು ಸೇಮ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ, ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಒಂದು ಬರ್ತೈತೆ ಹೋಮೋಗ್ಯಾಮೆಟ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ನೋಡಿ, 11A plus X, 11A plus, there will be no sex chromosome, so better I will write it as O. Okay, means in males two types of gametes are present. So 50% of the sperms will carry the sex chromosome and 50% of the sperms will not carry the sex chromosome, that is the gametes. So again, similarly what we studied in humans, any one sperm will fertilize the ovum. So think that if the sperm carrying the sex chromosome fertilize the ovum, then what you will get, 22A plus XX. So what is the sex of the progeny here? So it is female, because females will be having two sex chromosomes. Okay, and again if this sperm fertilize the ovum, then what you will get, 22A plus this X will get. So another sex chromosome will not be there, hence I will write this one. So hence it will be the male. And again the sex of the progeny depends upon which sperm fertilize the ovum, either the sperm carrying X chromosome or the sperm carrying no sex chromosome. So if sex chromosome carrying sperm fertilize the ovum, it will be female. If no sex chromosome carrying sperm fertilize the ovum, then it will be the male. And here also you can see the first type in humans and the second type in grasshopper. In both what you can see that males produces two different types of sperms or gametes, hence it is called as male heterogamy. The second type what we will be studying is the female heterogamy. So here instead of males, so here the males will be homogametic, they will produce similar types of gametes, but the females will be heterogametic. As we saw in male heterogamy, here females will be producing two different types of gametes. Let us see what are those. So first one what we will be studying, so it is ZW ZZ type. Okay, so here just to avoid a confusion between X, Y and XX, if I write this and write it as XY type, again it will be a confusion. So normally remember there are two sex chromosomes only, that is X and Y. There are no such chromosomes like Z and W. Okay, just to avoid confusion here, instead of X I have written it here Z, instead of Y I have written it W. Okay, so here Z. So here what it will be, so it will be ZW. So if I write XY, again it will be a confusion with the first type. Hence, just to avoid the confusion, we have written it like this. Example of this type where females are heterogametic, it is, we can see in birds. Okay. So one example, let me write, that is hen, and hen will be having the chromosome number 78. So they are having 78 chromosomes. That is the diploid cell what I have written. Okay. So same type, let me explain this for you. So genotype. So here we have 78 chromosomes, then definitely autosomes will be 76 plus. I will write it as ZW. Okay. Autosomes ZW. So where you will see this? This is in the females. Remember, as I told, the first thing what we will write will be the females, and after that it is the males. Okay. So mating with the male, and here male will be having similar sex chromosome, that is ZZ. Okay. Now gametes. So now here you can see the males will produce similar types of gametes, but here the females will produce different types of gametes. Okay, the gametes will be 38A plus Z and 38A plus W. Okay, they produce two types of gametes. Here females are producing two types of gametes, and males, they are homozygotic, hence they produce only one type of gamete. So hence I am writing 1. Okay, think that there are two ovomes here and there is one sperm. The sex of the progeny depends on which ovum the sperm fertilizes. Think, the sperm fertilizes this ovum, then what it will be? 76A plus ZZ. Okay, so ZZ, it is the sex chromosome present in the males, hence the sex of the progeny will be males. And here, or the other possibility is that if this sperm fertilizes this ovum, then what you will get? A plus ZW. So ZW, they are heterozygotic, and what we see this in females, and hence the progeny will be female. Okay, and again here sex of the progeny depends upon the sperm to which ovum it fertilizes. Okay, so this is about the ZW ZZ type of sex determination, and here you can see that females produces two different types of gametes, hence it is female heterogamy. Now let us see the second type in female heterogamy, that is ZO ZZ type, or what we call it as ZO type. So as I said you before that Z indicate X, and here there are two X, and in this type you can see the females are heterogametic, means the females contain only one sex chromosome, so the other sex chromosome will be not there, only one sex chromosome will be there, but in males there will be two sex chromosomes. So hence we write it, instead of not writing Y, we write it 0. And such a type of examples you see in butterflies and moths. You can see in butterflies also, in moths also, they exhibit ZO and ZZ type of sex determination. Okay, so in butterfly the chromosome number 80, that is diploid. Okay, and as we know that two sex chromosomes are there, hence 380 it will be the male sex chromosome number, then one chromosome will be less of the females, that will be 379 it will be in females because they do not have one sex chromosome. Okay, so let me write the genotype for you. Sometimes what happens in most of the textbooks, you will see that they have not given the chromosome number. Instead, what they have given, instead of writing the chromosome number, or if you don't remember the chromosome number, then what you can write, the last one I will explain you without writing the chromosome number. Okay, so what you can write, instead of chromosome number you can write it AA, autosomes. Okay, plus ZO. So it indicates what? It indicates the females. Okay, instead of writing 2 chromosomes less. Okay, 378 autosomes plus ZO. So if you don't remember the chromosome number for any of the thing, either it might be in humans or in grasshoppers or in birds, whatever I have explained till now. So if you don't remember the chromosome number, just you can write it like this. Okay, 2 indicates diploid. Okay, this will be in females. Then in males, what it will be? AA plus ZZ. Okay, this you can write in males. Okay, let me write the gametes for you. So gametes ಬರೀತಿರಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಎರಡು ಆಟೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. So diploid ದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? When it undergoes meiosis, you will get 1. Okay, A plus Z. ಈ ಟೈಪ್ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, ಈಸಿ ಆಗ್ತದೆ ಬರೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. So this is one ovum produced by that one. So ಇನ್ನೊಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ? A ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇರ್ತದೆ, because it do not carry any sex chromosome. So ಅದರ ಬದಲು ಏನು ಬರೀತೀವಿ ನಾವು? O ಅಂತ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. Means here also you can see that 2 ova are produced, but both the ovas are different, and 50% ovum produced by these females contain a sex chromosome and 50% will not contain a X chromosome. If I write the male, so males produces 2 similar types of gametes, A plus Z, A plus Z. ಎರಡು same type ಇರ್ತದೆ, hence males are homogametic. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೇನೆ. So now fertilization will take place. Okay, so think this sperm fertilize this ovum, then what you will get? A plus Z Z. So look at here. Okay, this is what you get. So this what it indicates? 2 sex chromosomes are there, then it will be male. Okay, otherwise if another possibility, if the sperm fertilize this ovum, then what you will get? A plus Z. So no other chromosomes, so I will write. So this is the genotype of the female. So like this. Again here also the sex of the progeny depends upon which ovum is fertilized by the sperm. Okay, so this was about the female heterogamy. So male heterogamy and female heterogamy, two types you will get. And if you look at that one, so nothing, it is very simple concept to be understood. Okay, that here by this you will come to know that so sex of the organism depends upon 2 chromosomes, that is X chromosome and Y chromosome. Now let us see about the third and special type of sex determination which we'll see in honeybees and termites, that is haploid diploid sex determination. In this type, here there is no heterogamy or homogamy, entirely it is different. Okay, in these organisms, especially like honeybees, okay, here what happens, the males are haploid and females are diploid. ಸೊ ಅದ್ರ ಸಲುವಾಗಿ ಇದನ್ನ ಹೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಸೆಕ್ಸ್ ಡಿಟರ್ಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಹನಿ ಬೀಸ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ದೇರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ 32 ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್. ನಾರ್ಮಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತವೆ? 32. ಯಾರಲ್ಲಿ 32 ಇರ್ತವೆ? ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಇನ್ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ದ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಇಸ್ 32 ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂದು? ಅರ್ಧ ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 16 ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ಸ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರ್ತದೆ. Now let us work out that one. Genotype. So first let me write the females. So females, they are diploid and they are having the chromosome number 32. ಈ type ಬರೆದಿರ್ತೀನಿ. Okay. So when they mate with the males, so males are haploid and they are having the chromosome, how much? It is 16. Half the chromosome only they will be having. So diploid idre definitely they are females. Haploid idre they are males. ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay. Next, gametes. Do they produce gametes? Yes, by undergoing meiosis. Okay, normally a diploid cell will undergo meiosis to produce the gametes. So gametes ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ? N is equal to chromosome number 16. N is equal to chromosome number 16 because it undergoes meiosis. If I write about this one, can a haploid cell undergo meiosis? ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, no, impossible. That a haploid cell will undergo meiosis. Then males gametes produce ಮಾಡದೇ ಇಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, but the cell will undergo mitosis. Okay, it will undergo mitosis to produce the gametes. So mitosis is a equational cell division. Hence ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? Equal number of chromosomes are distributed. Hence you will get the gametes 16 only. Okay. Now what happens? There will be plenty of eggs, and remember there are few sperms produced. Okay. What happened? So think one sperm ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಎರಡು eggs ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. So ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಇರ್ತವೆ eggs. This sperm think that it will fertilize any one of the ovum. Let me write. It will fertilize this one. ಆವಾಗ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? n 2n ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ರೋಮೋಸೋಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಏನಿರ್ತದೆ? 32. ಸೊ ಈಗ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಲ್, ಸೊ ಮುಂದೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಜನಿ. ಸೊ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ. ಅಂಡ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ಆಲ್ವೇಸ್ ದ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಹನಿ ಬೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ. ನೌ ಹೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತವೆ? ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಆದ್ರೆ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಫಿಮೇಲೇ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ತಯಾರಾಗ್ತವೆ? ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, so while studying the first topic, reproduction in organism, you have come across a word called as parthenogenesis. So parthenogenesis means, so here the female gamete develops without fertilization. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗೆಮೆಟ್ ಇದು. ಸೊ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗೆಮೆಟ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಯಾವ್ದು ಸ್ಪರ್ಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಆಗ್ತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತವೆ. ಯಾವ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗೆಮೆಟ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸ್ ಆಗದಲ್ಲೇ ಹಂಗೆ ಉಳಿತದಲ್ಲ ಅದು ನಾಶ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಡಿಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಗೋ ಎ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಪಾರ್ಥೆನೋಜೆನಿಸಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಪಾರ್ಥೆನೋಜೆನಿಸಿಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಗೆಮೆಟ್ ವಿತೌಟ್ ಫರ್ಟಿಲೈಸೇಷನ್ ಇಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಡೆವಲಪಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಆದಾಗ ಅದೇನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಮುಂದೆ haploid ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Means haploids are males here. So this is how the males and females are formed in the honeybees. So always in honeybees the females are diploid and males are haploid. So this is what we call it as haploid diploid sex determination. I think hope this much is clear for you. Okay, thank you very much.